Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Checking the Pulse of Rescue Nation, brought to you by XCancer. Check them out at XCancer.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been about 5 years since I had all of my kids help me with the show. Because Mike Riley was the coach, so it's been at least 5 years. So this is an exciting day for me as a dad. I love Husker football. I love my kids. Great combo. Love this show. Let's light this candle. So let's get to know everybody. You might know them from my prediction shows I put out each and every Thursday throughout the season, but in case you forgot or you need a reminder, this is my good-looking son, Jacob. I've heard he looks just like his dad. Say hi to the fine folks, Jacob. All right, this is our daughter, Addison. You say hi, Addie.
Hi.
She's got her volleyball shirt on. This is Trinity. You say hi.
Hi.
She told me to make sure everyone knows that she's wearing cornrows because she likes rooting for the corn Huskers.
Yeah.
And these are my twins. This is Dakota. You say hello.
Hello.
And Desi, her twin sister Desiree. You say hi. And this is the baby of the family, Miss Jordan May. You say hi, Jordy.
Hi. Why did you call me the baby?
My bad. All right. So, they're going to be my offensive line. Apparently, my wife and I need to have one more kid because I had to use a cone for the center. So, Angie, note that. But this is my offensive line. Left tackle, center, the twins are the guards. Most dominating guard duo in the country. Trinity is my right tackle. Addie is my tight end. Now, Jacob's going to be my defensive tackle. All right, so he's going to line up in the B gap as a 3 technique. Now, if you're in an over defense, okay, the three technique is in the B gap, and end might be head up the tight end, might be outside the tight end. The nose might be backside in the A, the end might be backside end, might be in the backside C. You can go in a pass rush situation, both D tackles in the B gaps. I wouldn't do that on a rundown because the A gaps are wide open. You can go under defense with this nose. This D tackle is probably a nose in the A, the ends. Here's a 5 technique. You got the D tackle in the backside B gap. The 3 technique is now backside versus strong side, and you got your backside end. For the sake of this video, in this example, Jacob's gonna be my 3 technique in the B gap to the strong side of the formation, which is where the tight end is. Now, we're chatting about some of the struggles that the black shirts, the Huskers defense are having stopping the run. Okay, what I'm seeing is not fancy revolutionary type stuff by the opposing offenses. It's just simple basics, assignment, alignment, fundamentals type stuff, okay? Now there's different types of plays that offenses can run. They can run power, they can run counter, they can run zone, they can run split zone. There's all sorts of different things that they can do. Sweeps and all that good stuff. And the defense has to be able to react. Now when I was a nose guard with the Rams, okay, I was taught, because here's the A gap, B gap, C gap, you just keep going out. I was taught that at this guard, okay, can everybody face me real quick? Thank you so much. Like, it seems fairly simple. You don't want 2 guys in the same gap, right? And that's something that has happened to Nebraska. Okay, so face the camera, would you, Jacob? So if he's in the B, this linebacker, if I'm the middle backer, probably has the A. You don't want 2 guys in the same gap. So one thing that's happening is sometimes we're having a backer in the same gap as the D lineman. Obviously, we're a back short. That creates issues, okay? So offenses will try to get guys in the same gap by pulling linemen. Also, a pulling lineman creates an extra blocker to the side of the play and now puts 2 people on the backside in the same gap, because if I'm the nose guard, I'm in this A, backside A gap, okay? And the backside backer is in that B gap, so to speak. Well, if she pulls, okay, it's an extra blocker. This is a power play, so to speak. They're pulling the guard, the backside guard, play side. It's an extra blocker, but also got a crazy left tackle. All right, can you stay there for me, Jordy? Now that A and B gap have merged into one. Now the backer and I are in the same gap. That's a problem. It's not a complex problem. As a nose guard in St. Louis, I was taught guard pulls, pop across. Now I'm in this gap, the backer's in that gap. That was a simple solution for something like that. That's not even stuff that's happening to the Huskers right now, okay? Teams are running a lot of zone plays. Zone plays aren't revolutionary, they're not new, they're not fancy. A zone play is something as simple as, if it's zone right, zone left. If it's zone right, this guard is simply trying to overtake the D tackle and get him out of his gap. So if you step, there's a hole. It's literally that simple. Now here's the deal. You could overtake the end. So if I'm the end, and I'm out here, and Addie hooks me, boom, now you got the edge. You got outside, we're in big trouble, okay? If I'm in my gap, let's say Jacob's in his gap, let's say this backside end is in his C gap, but I'm the nose, all it takes is one guy to get hooked in a zone play. If Desi doesn't pull but tries to get across, now all of a sudden I'm out of my A gap. This is where you always hear about cutbacks. The running back hit that cutback hole, that cutback lane. All of a sudden it's play side to the right, boom, I'm out of my gap, now you get a big cutback run. That's where those big cutbacks runs come from. Easy for me to say. It's typically from a zone play and the backside defender's getting hooked. All it takes is one guy out of the gap, the running back to make the proper read, which isn't as easy as it sounds, but if you're a good running back, you make the proper read, boom, you cut back, you go play side, you go outside, wherever the hole appears, okay? So that's one thing that's hurting the Huskers, just simply out of our gaps. Like if I'm this nose and I get hooked, everybody else plays it right, but Jacob gets hooked play side to the side of the play, it creates lanes. All right, so stay there for me. Now, another thing teams are doing, so tight end, please take a step back for me. You're still facing the line of scrimmage. So now, it's a zone, okay? So everybody take one step to the right, like you're overtaking the D lineman in front of you. Okay, so you're right here. Jacob, stay in your gap. You didn't get hooked. So you're in the B gap. Okay? So you didn't get hooked, but now the backside end. You're not coming yet, Addie. A lot of times the backside ends do not get blocked in zone plays. Well, why wouldn't they block them, Adam? They're just going to race back here and make the tackle in the backfield tackle for loss, right? In theory, but here's the issue. As a defensive end, I have cutback, boot, reverse, cutback, boot, reverse, cutback, boot, reverse. Those are my rules. So if I just fly down the line and I make the tackle for loss in the backfield, that's great. I took care of the cutback. I'll be the quarterback for a second. Now I keep the ball. There's no edge defender. I can take off and run for days. I can throw a boot pass because there's no pressure on me because this end just ran straight down the line as one undisciplined. So a lot of times this end is cut free on the backside of zone plays. So as an end, I got to come down the line. If he cuts back, boom, I'm there. If it's a boot, I got to react and keep contained on the quarterback, or if it's a reverse, I'm the only guy backside. So these ends have to stay disciplined. So what ends up happening is teams like to exploit this because I can't just go running down the line. So if everybody, thank you, sweetie. If everybody is trying to overtake, they've all trying to overtake the defenders to their right, there's a little bit of a lane here. And that's what happens. So Addie, come kick me out. So teams will bring the tight end backside to kick out that end. Boom, big lane right there, okay? Now, I don't know what the Huskers are being taught, and I don't know how teams handle this nowadays. How I would have been taught as an end is as she comes to kick me out, I would have been taught to spill or get underneath. And now the running back has to cut back and then bounce that outside. That takes a long time. And in theory, I should be spilling to an edge defender. But what's happening, even if everybody play side is still in their gaps, this tight end's coming to kick out, we're not getting underneath. And there's a hole right there. And that creates a real issue. This is not fancy, it's not new, it's not anything revolutionary. Teams evolve and things change. We face different versions of this. When I played, this is the modern day version. And I would have been taught to spill. I don't know what they're being taught to do. I don't know why you wouldn't spill, but we got to get underneath and spill it and make the play drag out so everyone can rally to the ball and get it to the edge defender out here. Now, can everybody line up where they were, please? Now, to be clear, there's different things that the defense can call, depending on if it's a blitz, a man blitz, a zone blitz, not a blitz. So if Jacob's the three technique in the B gap, come here, Addie, and he's stunting inside. So if I'm the backer, I've got that, he's got the B. So Jacob's stunt inside, I blitz the B, now we've switched gaps, okay? Or he could, in theory, be in the A gap as a nose, stunt out to the B. Now I've got the A, when I originally had the B, he had A, went to B, so we swapped. So it depends on what the call is, in all fairness. And there have been times when we played it correctly, okay? Everyone's in their gaps. Here comes the backer to make the play. The running back tries to make it through the C gap, and we just miss. okay? Or the safety misses. Like, we're just not tackling well. We're not tackling well, effectively, efficiently, or consistently. So we're either out of our gaps, we're not properly playing the defense, fundamentals and techniques of the defense, assignment, alignment, technique, okay? We're just missing these little things. And then if we do, we're missing tackles. This is why teams are putting up big points on us, especially in the ground game, frankly, without doing anything too crazy or fancy, okay? It's really assignment, alignment, tackling. It's just fundamentals and techniques of football. That's all it really is. And we just got to get better and better and better at that. All right. Can everyone look at the camera? All right. Can everybody wave? Say thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red. And always remember... This show is brought to you by XCancer. Join the fight at XCancerStore.com and support your loved ones, your neighbors, and cancer fighters all over the world and help them gain access to revolutionary treatments. XCancerStore.com has a wide variety of t-shirts and merchandise supporting a wide variety of cancer battles so you can show off the colors that matter. Proceeds from each purchase not only help those at home, but also cancer fighters in Tanzania, Africa. Check them out at XCancerStore.com.